Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks. This is episode 24 of the interplanetary voyage of exploration. So, in the previous episode we have gone to Moon and we wanted to go visit more biomes. So, we went down the roving path. And I'm thinking I want to research more advanced methods for the rover and rover's deployment. So, yeah, I have researched one more node to be able to do so. And today I'm thinking we will be building a rover and we will do some science collection around the KSC. So we will be testing this rover around the Kerbal Space Center. So for that purpose I'm thinking of building with PackRat rover, but I'm now just looking over through the parts that I would essentially need to be able to make this. So just browsing and to see landing frame. This is more for the MKS, and here are the KSC rover parts. So I'm putting down the landing frame, which is being used to land the rover. And then we need to basically assemble the rover. So I'm thinking one separator on top, and then we need to go see where the rover parts are. And yeah, let me just see. Hold on. There it is. So the roof of the rover. So rover will be attached by the roof towards this landing frame. So, and now I will just construct the rover underneath it, and I'm just trying to figure out how does this attach. Okay, so like this. By the way, PackRat is the part of, I think it's the part of exploration pack in the Umbra Space Industries mod. So now just assembling front chassis, back chassis, rear section. Okay, this also includes a small RTG, so it generates its own electricity, which is great. A very cool addition by Rover Dude. Thanks for that. And yeah, so we want to put a PackRat seat. I'm just turning it, flipping it to have the correct orientation. And I'm thinking, hold on, here at the front somewhere. Okay. Then what do we need? We need some science parts. So I'll attach Communitron just to be able to transmit data if something gets horribly wrong and we won't be able to get it back. But then again, we can always recover the vessel, so it's not really the end of the world. And so I'm putting some science experiments. Pressure scanner. Okay, let's move the Communitron a little bit more to the side. What else can we fit here? Okay, let's see. Mystery Goo probably won't fit. I'm thinking more maybe this. Yeah, Mystery Goo we can fit like that. Just that big. So and then I thought, okay, well, why not move the PackRat seat in front and then have two Mystery Goos at the back? Because yeah, double the science, double the fun. Why not? And then the symmetry just didn't work for me, so I completely disabled the symmetry, and then I tried to do mirror symmetry, see what happens. No, really didn't work. So I figured, well, I might as well put just 2. Not be bothered with symmetry, but just like place one beside the other, and that should be fine. Okay, so we have 2 mystery goos, and what else do we got? I'm thinking I'll need some wheels. So let's put some wheels. 1, 2. Let's flip it, and I always am struggling when it comes to finding the correct orientation. So yeah, well, let's just take another one. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, so that basically makes our rover more or less complete, but then again we want to cram as much science there as possible. And mind, this will be the rover that we will also wanting to get to the moon. However, I don't think that this deployment frame is it's too big for using our current technology, so maybe in the next version I won't be using that per se. So that being said, I'm gonna put this ladder as much down as I can, given the fact that I don't really have the other one, the bigger ladder. So I'll probably just put 2 of these and maybe bind them to the action group or something. So let's see. What else do we want? Science, yes, because more science doesn't hurt. RPWS, and I'm thinking it says not to use on the surface flight or atmospheric deployment, which you rarely read these descriptions, come to think of it. So barometer, let's put it on the side more. Thermometer also. I want to basically have enough room at the back to cram something bigger. So I'm thinking maybe this multispectral imaging platform or the orbital telescope. I really have no idea why would you want a telescope on the rover, but then again, you never know. We also have this magnetometer boom, which I think should work pretty well, but I'm trying to see if I can put it somewhere close to my actual Kerbal, and that just might work, but I want to move it a little bit more off. Okay, somewhere around here should be fine, I guess. Yep, it won't interfere with the Kerbal. Good. And okay, orbital telescope. Let's see if we can cram it at the back. Yes, we can. Why not? Do we have anything else that we could fit in there? Well, not any one of these, but then again, oh, we have the surface ablation laser scanner, so that might work. And oh, that one needs to be vertical. Hold on, where do we put it? Maybe here in the front. And then I just rotate it. Yeah. Well, yeah, that would work. Why not? And let's just name our craft Rove PackRat Exploration Rover Mark 1. Save. And I'm thinking this is more or less perfect, so do we need anything more? Yeah, well, accelerometer perhaps wouldn't hurt. Gravioli we've got, barometer, press mat barometer we have. Scanomatics soil sample? Does that actually work? How does that work? I have never tried that. Well, I might as well try it, but I don't know. Let's try and cram it back and see if it works, if we can really use it. Okay. And I think we can actually launch this. So first I want to simulate the vessel because I just want to make sure that we can actually deploy the rover. That the rover deployment works correctly and that it does want to drive, so that I haven't forgotten some of the basic fundamentals, I guess. Okay, and so let's see. There we go. Close. Okay. Laser surface scan, and it scans it, which is really cool. Okay, from the launch pad, fine. And I'm thinking, okay, let us I was thinking toggling auto collect, but then we don't need it because we're here anyway. So exiting now, and I'm kind of hoping to be able to get into the rover. Surface sample and EVA report. Now let's us extend the ladder and extend the other one. And yeah, we cannot decouple, so I need to get back into the ship and actually decouple the rover, which I never thought about, but yeah, well, doesn't matter. Okay, so that is decoupled. Now time to get on the rover and to actually go there. Let us board the seat. Awesome, so we can board it and we have our brakes on, which is great. Okay, and let us disable the brakes and let's see how the driving works. Yeah, it works perfectly. Yeah, I guess so. I guess the PackRat rover works pretty nice, and it will fit our bill what we need it for. So we really don't need to be checking it much more. Let us just revert to the editor and let us build the actual craft. Okay, and then we will be doing some science around the Kerbal Space Center. So let us build it. And let's see how long it will take. It shouldn't take too long. It's not too many parts. It's basically 26 parts, which is very, very low part count. So I'm kind of hoping it won't take too long. So let's see the VAB. What does it say? Rover, it takes 4 days in total. Okay, well, 4 days, 4 days. Why not? And that brings our Eve window down to 10. So this will be probably happening in the next episode. Okay, so warping to complete. And then we still have to roll out the ship. Delete and close, and I'm just now time accelerating until I get to the daylight, because I really want to launch the rover during the day. Okay, here we are. Vehicle assembly building, and let's roll it out. It only takes 6 minutes roughly, so that's good. Okay, delete and close. Perfect. So, time to launch this guy. And Jeb, well, what the hell? Why not? Okay, Jeb, you're gonna get the test because you're our tester, so why not get you to run a little bit around the KSC, do some errands like a real errand boy. Come on. Okay, and cool. So let us first do the laser surface scan. Gather some data. Control from here. So I'm just saying toggle auto collect, and yeah. So put the wheel brakes on and decouple the rover. Okay, that is done, and let us EVA Jeb and get him into the seat. Extend the ladder and extend the ladder. Whoop! What did I do? I just grabbed the rover's what? And I fall on my head. Wonderful. Jeb, what are you trying to do? Well, guys, looks like Jeb didn't really approve of the design of the rover, and he wanted to make it a convertible. Because convertibles are cooler, I guess. Okay, so drop this one. And let us board the seat. Okay, so laser surface scan. It was already done, I believe, but since the autocollect was being executed, it ended up in the capsule. So, yeah. Okay, and yeah, so Jeb, you're driving a convertible. How nice. Let us now go and drive a little bit around the KSC and get some science. I don't think that we'll be going everywhere, but at least the major ones. So, here we have in the crawlerway. So let us put atmospheric pressure scan. The reading is pretty low, and since the crawler is actively driving, not for long. Gravity scan. You measure the gravity slightly increasing as the crawler goes by. Well, maybe. Laser surface scan. The loose powder coating surface is readily burned off by the laser. Nothing really of interest discovered below. Okay, magnetometer. And the magnetometer boom always extends ever so much outside, so it's really cool. So, mystery goo. The goo stands on its ground. Beautiful. Seismic scan. And temperature scan. And there something blew up. I would guess it's the roof of my rover. Well, no matter. And let us do the EVA. So let's see. Collect the laser data. I'm thinking toggle. And let's do an EVA report. What? Hold on. If Jeb is down there, how come that Jeb went out here? I believe we have found a bug, actually. So, when you're doing an EVA report, you shouldn't be exiting that capsule. Yeah, here we have Jeb as well. So, we have two Jebs. Goodness gracious. Okay, surface sample and EVA report. So, now let us collect the data from various sources. Well, let's see. Okay, well, no, we cannot do we cannot get. Okay, maybe we should have better placed a little bit the parts so we could collect some science off of them, but no matter. Jeb looks like buddy will be doing some walks, so skinematic soil sample, run analysis. Oh, it went on Kerbin Shores. Okay. So take the data. Take the data. Take the data, take the data. Collect the data from the mystery goo, and I was thinking collect the data from this guy, but I clearly couldn't get anything out of him, so maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, let us board and onwards to the next station. The next station, I think, should be the VAB, Vehicle Assembly Building. Although, oh no, hold on, we have it here. And that's the shores. We haven't been to the shores, clearly enough, but it's actually KSC, so just picking up science experiments. Yeah, today is a little bit slower episode, not much really happening except me roving around, but you should consider this as also a testing or proving ground that the rovers really work well, and that we are testing the rover that we will be using on the surface of the moon. Okay, so yeah, we don't really want to get out of the EVA, so let us just go manually and collect all the data from here. Okay. Gathering some more data. Okay, this one is not really useful. I guess take the data from the press mat. Seismic. Okay. Next. Disabling the brakes and going towards the vehicle assembly building. Okay, the rover has stopped, and let us start collecting the science reports. Gravity, laser, magnetometer, seismic, and temperature. I mean, ultimately, I don't know how much will all of these contribute. It's probably not nearly as much as a single mission to the moon, so, but then again, I'm a completionist. What I can do, I really like going out and getting all this information out. Maybe we don't need to take every single piece of data, but then again, there's so much stuff and science information lying around the Kerbal Space Center that really it would be a shame to miss it. Take the data, and take the data, and this one we cannot take the data for some reason. Maybe we're too far out. I'm not sure. here neither, which is kind of odd. Oh well. You never know. Okay, so let us go on further. And there we go. So this one is from Mission Control. So pretty much same procedure as last time, gathering all the data. And then basically getting Jeb out and collecting stuff. Oh, and our charge is running out, probably due to our ablation lasers firing. Those take a lot of electric charge. Okay, take the data, take the data. Take the data. Accelerometer, take the data, and magnetometer. Oh, we forgot to take the magnetometer data. Doesn't really matter, we'll just extract it on the next stop. So, onwards. I believe next one is the spaceplane hangar. And I think here we don't have many experiments except the laser service, because all the other ones were already done when we came back from the tomb of the Tutanjab with our science plane. So that's cool that the plane was also used for something, and rover is more accurate, it's more fit to collect the data from the actual roads around and stuff. Cool. So now coming up on, I think this is the cosmonaut building or astronaut building. Yeah, astronaut complex, alright. So gathering the data from there. Pretty much same old, but different location. And I'm thinking I'll probably take one or two more, maybe not many more, because this is a little bit repetitive, and well, yeah. But then again, this is this episode which I really needed the science to further our research. You saw that basically I needed to upgrade our jet engines, and I'm going towards the Rapiers but to get to the SSTs, but it takes a while. And also we have other priorities, since we want to get off Kerbin, so we want to do roving missions on Moon and then maybe Duna later, etc., and Eve, but that probably will come later. Right now we have probe to Eve that we have built, and that we are waiting for another 9 days to get deployed. So toggling the magnetometer, and let us just continue the drive. I think the next one should probably be the administration building. Yeah, so let's go there. Okay, so the administration building, and getting some quick data from there. And yeah, these are all low yield, like 2, 3, 4, as opposed to 10, 20, 40 we get for a typical Moon or Minmus mission. But then again, it's good to clear them out anyway, or at least majority of them. So collect the laser data, collect the magnetometer data, and let us do the usual circle around the rover. So then we get basically the data from the gravioli and from the temperature. Then we take the science stuff from the barometer and accelerometer, and let us reboard the vessel. And I'm thinking now I'll probably go to the maybe the tracking station, I don't know. Maybe the tracking station or something else. Let's just see. So let us pull on some air. Waba! Don't do this on the moon, kids. It's not advisable. So, yeah, actually, hold on, we have R&D first, so getting some R&D from the R&D itself. Well, because why not? And after the R&D, I think we'll probably go to the tracking station and then call it a day. It should be some science, significantly enough to at least advance our research a little bit. So, yeah, doing the regular tour, getting some science, thermometer, gravioli, then barometer, then the accelerometer, and I'm kind of hoping, well, not maybe, the magnetometer. Okay, can we just toggle it? Oh, collecting the laser data and collecting the magnetometer. Okay, so board. Let's do the laser surface scan, because I forgot that one, and toggle the magnetometer. Cool. So onwards to the tracking station, and I think this will be the last one because this is a little bit repetitive. It's necessary, but still repetitive. So let us collect the data from the tracking station and then we are off. Okay. So, and let us go towards one of the radars. I think that should probably do it. Okay, well, here works as well. Cool. And park. Okay, so Jeb, let's do this final part. Atmospheric pressure, EVA report, magnetometer, seismic, temperature, all that good stuff. EVA report I'm no longer pressing, I'm no longer falling for that joke, so I'm leaving the seat and I'm just now collecting all the data. Collect data from the laser. Collect data from the... Oops. Let's take another laser surface scan so I don't forget it. Oh, not enough electric charge shutting down the experiment. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, RTG takes it recharges stuff, but it's very slow. It takes some time, so okay, and yeah. So let's see, how much science did we get? Oh, 186, which brings us back to the 929. Well, I hope you liked the episode. Like if you like, and for more KSC content, press subscribe. And here we just recovered the final piece. So, thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.